Hi everyone, I'm Mark Douglas, and I was putting this presentation together actually for would-be students or students that are poking around trying to see if this is the right fit for them. And I thought, well, why don't I just put it up on YouTube because it might help people answer some questions they have before coming to see me. So I'll try my best to kind of give very short amount of slides and information to quickly just knock off some main points for you. So right off the bat, this is Huber astrology. You might want to check that out. It's astrological and it's psychosynthesis. So if any three of those don't appeal to you, I would say stop right now because we're definitely going to be doing astrological psychosynthesis, which is really about synthesizing parts of ourselves to let our clients and even ourselves, of course, live in a much more integrated synthesize, which is a way of saying a non-dual way of living. We can have our cake and eat it too. We can have the peanut butter and the chocolate kind of fit together, if you will. So this is a very powerful diploma program, and it's not offered by the Astrological Psychology Association anymore. So I'm continuing it on basically in the same format with a couple tweaks. And I'll try to march through this and give you a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be having in store if you decide to sign up. So right off the bat, there's 8 modules and they're PDFs, and you actually buy the original book. And I don't have it here with me. Oh, I do actually. Here we go. So this is the actual course book that I would have to buy through licensing, and it's about $70, I believe. And this book is the actual full meat and potatoes, excuse me, of the actual diploma. So this is primarily what we'll be using, but I have additional handouts and process and you name it to go along with it. But what you'll be getting with it will be work through each module. So I'll basically be sending you a PDF or two, extra aids and whatnot per module. And we kind of work in this manner. Right off the bat, you work with your chart, which I'll send you. You're going to get your friend's charts or a partner, somebody you know well that you can work with, and you're going to use my charts. And this gives you a really, really strong platform to explore yourself, myself, and a friend's, which is kind of unique within any training because you're not just sitting and kind of taking up oxygen in a workshop format or a classroom. You're getting right into the charts, and we're going to explore them in depth. And I'm going to say right off the bat, there are no grades in this course because we're colleagues, we're working. I have a huge, education background. I have my educational philosophy is around diminishing fear and just supporting you as one-on-one. So it's very collegial back and forth and whatnot. So there'll be no power tripping on my part, or hopefully not anyway. There's usually 3 to 4 units per module. So that means that in any one module, you're going to work through 3 or 4 main kind of units that you'll send in. You'll email me them in a Word doc form. I'll send you a template, and you just kind of work through them. And I give you feedback, 4 to 6 pages. You'll have questions. I'll email you back, or if I have to send a voice note or a quick video, not a problem. And we're committed. We're having fun, and we're going deep. And we'll also meet, so change this around. We meet like once per module, and usually I say an hour. It's really hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever you need, to be honest. And we do that once per module because it allows us just to get to know each other and explore your questions without having to type yet another billion lines of text into an email. And it just works really well. Besides that, yeah, strong connection points. So I'm here and I love what I do. So I'm connected with you and I want you to feel supported and become the best astrological psychosynthesis consultant that you endeavor to be. And I say, yes, we're colleagues from day one. We send vacation photos. Like I said, we get to know each other. So for $320 Canadian times 8, you will receive a tailored inner journey framework. It's not everything, but it's big and relevant. And what I mean by that is you can pay as you go. This program, because you're going to be working fluidly with your own charts and a partner's and mine, is that you're going to get to know yourself well. and exploring yourself at that level, I found that this diploma is what I took actually before I went into my psychosynthesis coaching and started my master's work into clinical psychospiritual education. Was that this diploma was the linchpin and very integral, provided me with my foundation of how I want to approach working with individuals. And I got to know myself really, really, really well throughout the process. I believe that's the magic and the power of astrology, and definitely within Huber astrological psychology. In terms of modules, they're actually on my website, and they'll give you a better breakdown. I just want to point out, though, that we kind of march through in this manner. Module 1, we're going to introduce Huber and psychosynthesis. Module 2, you'll be coloring, aspect patterns, color shaping. It's a great module. Module 3, the planets. Planets are planets, but we relate them very deeply to growth and psychosynthesis. So it's a bit of a different twist as opposed to just cookbook astrology. Module 4, the house layer, is an excellent layer. I love the research that the Hubers did. Very big layer, very useful. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Module 5, that whole nature-nurture debate. We look at family models and also this thing called the house chart. Module 6 is timing, and I do a big emphasis on age point. We do get into transits and progressions a little bit, just to say, to kind of fill it out, if you will, but my main emphasis is on age point timing system. And module 7 is one of my favorite, with the moon nodes, moon node chart, ego planets. It's all about integration. So we're trying to step up and say, what have you with all of this, and what can we kind of put together and to help the individual reach synthesis. We're doing that throughout, but we're getting that much more kind of intentional with it in module 7. And module 8, as you would imagine, would be wrapping it up, applied practice, tying it together, that type of thing. The benefits. So the benefits is that this is comprehensive. This is a full diploma. It's not a certificate. It's not a series of videos you're going to get or sitting in a workshop. This is an APAI accredited. So the APAI, I'm on their council, the Association of Professional Astrologers International, and you'll get listed on their site if you want to join in, and you'll get great referrals from it. But more importantly, you'll be with a very strong collegium, people like Melanie Reihart, Sharon Knight, Chris Mitchell, Roy Gillett, a whole bunch of esteemed astrologers that are professional and there to support you. We hang out, we do Zoom sessions. It's great. So also, you can teach Huber and open up your own school, and you can have students graduate with a full diploma, and you keep the full money. This isn't a Ponzi scheme. I want to teach you to be able to, you can turn around. At the end of the day, basically what I'll do is I'll rubber stamp your school for you, in the sense of every student that goes through there, they'll just get letter of support recommendation and going forward, so they can actually apply within the APAI. But yes, you keep all the money and you design the school however you see fit. You won't be micromanaged. It's your school to open. Also, this program has been vetted many times. The APA in the UK, Astrological Psychology Association, was a hugely well recognized school, vetted many times. The curriculum, it's not about being perfect, just that it's strengthened and professional and reliable. Went through a series of accreditation. They do this in the UK within astrology. So what I'm trying to say is you can feel confident that you're getting a strong program, not just something that I decide to whip up on an idle Sunday afternoon. It's best for those wanting to work at depth with clients professionally. Okay, this isn't cookbook astrology where we tell people what they are. It's not pop astrology either. We use charts really as building a dossier and as guidelines to hear people's story and relate their patterns to them. So a lot of agency, free will, that whole thing, huge. And it works really well. Extras, etc. Well, now you can use Astro.com or Astronext software, which is largely free by donation. I always recommend you buy Regulus software from Cathar Software One down in South America. Fantastic software for Huber. So you're looking at the $225 US for the student edition. I endeavor to make this enjoyable experience. Yes, exactly. Life can get hectic and pressured. So many times we're signing up for something and it becomes yet another thing I have to do. My ideal for this program is to allow this course to be a place of potentially like respite and a place to learn and be judgment free, as close to it as possible, I guess. I'm not perfect. And a supportive environment where your needs are met. So you have a good time. It's not a lot of busy work. I tend to find this Huber diploma for me was really enjoyable, and I love working with clients on it. So that's generally how it goes. Do I want this course? Well, you should check out other schools on the APAI site and perhaps elsewhere also. If you're really, really bent on sticking within a Renaissance or a Hellenistic thread, you should definitely go there. You will be continuously learning astrology, but it really does depend on what you want your base to be. For therapists, psychologists, esotericists, coaches, etc., Huber is a big win, and I would recommend it. If you want to dabble further, I'd recommend this book, The Cosmic Egg Timer by Joyce Hopewell, Richard Llewellyn. It's an excellent, excellent, easy read, about $10. You can get it on Kindle. See if this program aligns with you. And I will say, kind of cheekily, I hope you like Psychosynthesis because it's a major component of this program, and it's handled with open arms and in depth. I have a little bit of feedback from students, and this is just some random ones I could find. So these are just direct cut and paste. So what I want to point out is that we are trying to find answers together. We're connected, and it's not like I have all the answers, but I usually work with students that have graduated from other astrology programs. A lot of them are therapists themselves or psychologists or meditation, yoga instructors as well too. So we come together and we work from a process of knowing to unknowing. And yeah, we'll get there. There's enough in Huber. If you can't figure it out with Huber, I don't know what to tell you. Lastly, this is that call to action piece. If you're interested in a professional and I dare say beautiful journey, because I really endeavor to make this rewarding and joyful for you, then connect. I'm busy, I have clients, I have students, and I only want this to work. If it works for you, I don't need to turn this into anything more than it is. I would be happy with if I only start out and had one student. But I have a lot of interest, and I don't take on more than I can. I'm fiercely committed to everyone I work with. And if this is interest to you, then just reach out, connect with me, and happy to sit down and just poke around, let you ask questions, and get a feel for this. There'll be no pressure. All right, take care and good luck in your astrology, your psychology, and your whole person, your whole being's kind of journey and movement towards your next steps.